Let's see. There we go. Hello, everyone. This is Kia Kelly, TikTok for Business Consultant, where I teach female course creators how to use TikTok to generate leads and ultimately make more revenue. But what I'm going to do really quickly is I am going to share this into my excuse me, share this into my Facebook story. So just give me 1 second while I do that because I always do that anytime I do lives. If you are watching this on a replay, know that I can see all your comments and all that on the replay. So just type the word hashtag replay in the comments, and then that's gonna let me know you're watching this on the replay. Okay, all right. So clearly, I have some type of pinned comment here. You know what pinned comments are? So pinned comments are basically where when you do a live stream, you can have it automatically set up to where a certain link pops up, and it looks like that I have it set up. I have it set up to where um when I go live that it promotes my ministry, You, Me, and Jesus. And I'm like, oh, well, that's awesome. Like that's awesome. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. So I'm like, okay, Jesus, I love you, but we're not talking about you tonight. So this ain't Jesus's night tonight. Okay. I'm being funny, but y'all know what I'm saying. All right. So if you guys are here with me, go ahead and say hello. I'm gonna go ahead and come on to I'm gonna go live on Instagram. That way we can multitask because I'm like, what happened? Because I'm like, if we're gonna go live in one place, we're gonna go live in all the places. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a time saver, right? How many of y'all like to save time? If you like to save time, type the word save time, right? Okay, let me hit hey Angela. Oh, I haven't seen you for a while on live stream, Angela. What's up, girl? I talk to you all the time on live, and I'm like, oh, names. I know your name. Okay, let me hit live. Let me do my intro. Hello, everyone. This is Kia Kelly, TikTok for Business Consultant, where I teach female coaches and course creators how to use the TikTok platform to generate more leads and ultimately make more money. Tonight, we're talking about content strategy that works, and we're going to be answering some questions. And so, if you're watching this on the replay on Instagram, I want you to type hashtag replay on the replay on Instagram, and then go ahead and ask your question. I see people already jumping in. What's up, Monica and V? What's up, V? Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, so just an FYI, everybody, we are live everywhere. Hello, Anamika. All right, so currently we're live on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Twitter. Y'all may say, how you doing that? It's because we're live on Instagram on my phone, and then we're live everywhere else on my desktop using the tool StreamYard, okay? Unfortunately, we couldn't go live on TikTok tonight because I have to have a second phone, and I'm like, I don't have a second phone. I just only want to pay for it just to go live, but that's just me being frugal and cheap, but everything's fine. So tonight, if this is your first time watching me live, I want you guys to just type the word first in the comments, and that lets me know this is your first time watching me live. I am gonna teach, and then I am gonna do Q&A. So if you're here, if you're here and you know you're gonna have questions about content creation, about TikTok, make sure you guys stick around. You can go ahead and if you're on Instagram, you can go ahead and put your question in the question mark box. That way it stays there. Okay. So if you have a question about TikTok or content creation on Instagram, post it in the question mark box. That way it stays. If you have a question on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, you can just put it in the comment section and it's going to be there. Okay, so you guys, a lot of you guys are brand new. All right, so let me give you guys my backstory. So I have been a content creator since 2015. Now, if I can be honest, I didn't know I was a content creator. I just knew that I was launching my personal brand, King Kelly. Now, did you guys know that that's not my real name? It is, but it isn't, right? I'm like Jamie Foxx. No, Kenya Kelly Griffin is my real name, but I go by Kenya Kelly. Oh, you're missing Eddie. Well, Eddie will be in here any minute. Eddie, you have an audience. Come here. He will be here in a minute. He just will. And once he gets here, I will let you know that Eddie is in the building. My cat Eddie, he's 14. He has a whole fan club. Like he has a whole fan club. But they're not sending him any food. So we need y'all to start contributing to his food, like the food bill and all the things. But anyway, so when I launched my business, Kenya Kelly. So my name is Kenya Kelly Griffin, but I go by Kenya Kelly because one day I want to get married and I'm like, I don't want to take on his last name, but I'm not married right now. So I'm like, let's just build a brand with the anticipation of getting married. So we go by Kenya Kelly. All right. So I wanted to launch my personal brand back in 2015, and I nobody knew me, right? So nobody knew that people knew that I had a hair show that's called Return of the Curls. Are any of y'all familiar with Return of the Curls? I'm pretty sure it's probably maybe one, maybe two people that attended my shows, maybe. And so people didn't really know what I knew about business or branding. They just didn't know all this stuff that I knew. And so I was going to have to create a brand from scratch. And I was like, well, how am I going to do that? And at the time, Periscope was out. Any of y'all familiar with Periscope? Right? And I started out on Periscope live stream. Listen, nobody knew what they were doing with Periscope. Nobody knew what they were doing with live stream, period. And I was one of those people. But I decided that I would try it, that I would come on Periscope and I would teach what it is that I know about business and branding and marketing and all the things. Okay. And that people will then get to know who I was, and then I could sell them my products and services. And so I had what was called the Kenya Kelly morning show, right? I don't know if any of y'all had ever been on that morning show. It was just me in my living room with my cats with a sheet behind me. That was the Kenya Kelly morning show. And I would just teach every single day for like basically 35 to 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, to build an audience. And over time, what started to happen was people started to share my content with other people, right? And it brought in new people to me, right? And so that's how I became a content creator. But I still didn't know I was a content creator until like 2.5 years ago, just to be honest, right? But that's how we built our brand, you know. And our first month we launched our business. Like I was teaching before we launched. In the first month that we launched, I was able to make $10,000 that first month because we were doing so well with advertising ourselves and developing our email list and all these different things. And so fast forward now, it's been in business since God knows when. And I teach business consulting with TikTok marketing as a focus. And so when I was talking about being a content creator, I didn't realize that showing up every single day on Periscope was me being a content creator. Right. I just knew that I was trying to reach an audience of people that were interested in what it was I had to offer. And I needed to get them onto my email list, serve them, and then give them an opportunity to work with me. And so today we all know that as content creation. How many of y'all are content creators right now? If that's you, just type me. Now, I'm like a preacher, right? If you have ever been to church and the pastor says, talk back to me, say amen, throw a shoe, grunt at me, do something. This is one of those moments. Whenever you come on a live stream with me, I need the energy, right? I need the because like right now, from a technical standpoint, this is me in my second bedroom that I set up as an office, talking into an Apple phone, talking into a Mac with a big old light around my face. And so I feel like you're by yourself, right? But the only way to feel like people are with you is y'all got to talk back to me. Okay, this is like, y'all got to talk back to me. Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure Eddie's on his way. I heard, because I can hear somebody's moving around in the living room. Okay, anyway. So, content creation. So now, I've been building my business these many years and realizing now that I was a content creator, what I had to do was I had to come up with topics. I had to come up with things to talk about on a daily basis. Like I had to have a topic. Like I couldn't just go live, right? And just say, I'm live, come in here, be with me. How many of y'all have said to yourself, what am I supposed to talk about today? How many of y'all have ever said, what do I post today? What do I create on TikTok today? If I go live, what do I say? Have any of y'all ever said that? And I can totally understand that. And that's kind of where I was back then. Like, what am I going to talk about? And so tonight we're talking about content creation strategies that work to help you to be able to serve your audience, right? Because y'all tell me in the comments, what do you do? Who do you serve? How do you help people, right? A majority of people that are probably here watching live, you are either a coach, consultant, course creator, or something like that. Yeah, it was very challenging, right, Cindy? And we're all always trying to figure out what could we talk about, and tonight I really want to help you with some of the strategies that I use in order to create content on a regular basis. Okay. So if y'all ready, say I'm ready. Say I'm ready. Say I'm ready. Say I'm ready. I wish I had music. I can't have music because Facebook will put you in Facebook jail for having copyrighted music playing. So we can't have music. Okay. We just gonna have to pretend like we got music. Okay. I'm not sure my audience. I'm everywhere. Okay, Ellie. So hopefully tonight I can help you with that. Brand visibility for speakers. I love it. I love that. I love that topic. Okay. Okay, so you guys are ready. All right. So here's what you want to do. So, first of all, before you can figure out what you're going to talk about, you have to make sure that you have complete and total clarity in your business. Now, if you guys have ever watched me live, I always say the same thing in the beginning. I always say the same thing in the beginning. And what I say is, you got to have clarity. You got to be clear. Because if you're not clear and you get on live stream or you're trying to create a TikTok video or an Instagram or whatever, it's going to be all over the place because you're not clear, right? I remember years ago when I had my brand design agency and I didn't want to do it anymore. I loved the work, the final result, but I hated the process because I love people, but people aren't always clear on what they want, right? And when we were designing websites and stuff, a client was responsible for giving us their photos. They were responsible for giving us the text to go on the site for them. And if they weren't giving us that stuff, then we were caught at a standstill waiting on them. If they weren't giving us revisions on their websites and graphics and all that type of stuff, we were caught in a standstill. And I hated that, right? Because I just hated it. And so I was in this moment in time, like until 2019, I was stuck. I could not figure out what I wanted to do. And even come mid 2020, I was like going around and around and around trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And my friend Shalene was just like, Kenya, you're going to have to choose something and you have to just marry it and divorce it when it's not working. She goes, but you can't keep saying you want to do this, you want to do this, and you want to do this, and you want to do this. And she kept saying it. If I'm honest, I was very frustrated with her. I was so upset. I was like, just tell me what to do. And she was just like, no, I can't tell you what to do. You have got to get clear on what you want to do. Right. And you have to choose a thing. And even if you choose the wrong thing, then you throw it away and then you choose something else. Right. And so at that point in time, I had started picking up steam on TikTok, but talking about my brand design business. And then I started to realize I really, really love video marketing, right? I know business, I know systems and funnels and video marketing, and I was loving it. And I was just like, I really love TikTok marketing. I love this stuff. And people just did not know, like, just the value of TikTok, right? And so at the end of 2020, I decided to abandon the brand design business and focus on TikTok marketing for coaches, right? And was it scary? Yes, it was terrifying because I don't have a husband. I didn't have a trust fund. I couldn't call my mama, my daddy, nobody. I wasn't, what's the thing called? Alimony. I wouldn't get paid alimony because he ain't had no money and neither did I when we were together. So there was nobody to call on for money. And so I was caught in this hard place of what do I choose, right? Because if I choose the wrong thing, I could be homeless. Can any of y'all relate to that now or period? If you can relate to that, just type a one in the comments, right? And it was very scary to choose, but I knew that I needed to choose. And so I chose. And I kept promoting the consulting more than the brand design. And then I started, going on TikTok, learning TikTok and doing what I was doing with consulting on TikTok. And then we ended up having a ton of people. Thank you for being honest, Angela. And it says Facebook user, but I can't remember what your name is because it's not giving me your name. You typed a one. But like I just kept promoting my consulting and people on TikTok were like buying hours of my time and I was consulting with them. And then eventually I put down the brand consulting and just picked up TikTok marketing as a whole. And when I did that, everything skyrocketed. Right? Everything skyrocketed. And it wasn't just because of TikTok. It was because, hey, Yolanda, it was all the things that I already knew, right? But it was a moment in time where, hey, Sierra, choosing TikTok marketing with what I knew in business catapulted me into the next phase of life and business. Okay. So before you can start with content creation, you have got to be clear, right? Because even tonight, I am very clear on what I'm doing. I'm talking about content creation strategies that work, right? I'm not talking to you about brand design. I'm not talking to you about my fabulous eyebrows, right? We're talking about content creation. So make sure that you have extreme clarity before you do anything, right? But you need clarity in your business, you need clarity in your audience, and you need clarity in your call to actions, right? You ever hear the acronym CTA? Is it called acronym? Acronym? Is it called acronym? I'm like, I think that's called an acronym. You know, I've been out of school a long time. A long time. Like just yesterday, I was like, what year is it? I was like, is it 2023? And listen, I was on live stream when I said that. I was like, is it 2023? And they were like, no, it's 22. I said, oh. Okay, it's called an acronym. Okay. It's like I thought it was called an acronym, but you know what I'm saying? You can't be perfect at everything. You know, I'm working on my teeth being perfect, but obviously 2022 and acronyms ain't perfect. Anyway, so you got to be clear on your business, clear on your audience, clear on your offers and your CTA. Okay. All right. So listen, if any of y'all are brand new to watching me live, it's a whole situation. People sometimes will think I am drunk. I don't even drink alcohol, but sometimes something just happens. I just get triggered and the whole juicy, goofy stuff just comes out. But anyway, and then some of y'all are closet comedians and y'all be coming for me in the comments, and that just makes it worse. But anyway, okay. So once you have all the clarity there, then here's what you have to do. Before you start creating a piece of content, before you start going live, you have to go, okay, today our business is focusing on X. So I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, Richie Norton, just wrote a book. It's called Anti-Time Management. It was sitting here on my desk, so we're going to talk about it, right? And so, Richie, this book comes out this month, right? August 2022. And so, what Richie has to determine is all month long of August, September, whatever, it is about promoting this book, selling this book. So, when he starts looking at topics for his live stream, when he starts looking for topics for his Instagram reels or TikToks or whatever, this is his focus, right? Now, what Richie should be doing is just going inside this book, right? Excuse me. Chapters in this. How many chapters in this book? Let me see. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 chapters in this book. Richie should be focusing on pulling content out of this book, right? So you guys know I have a book and it's called Before You Quit Your Job, A Strategic Guide for Entrepreneurs. And when we were focused on selling this book, we're always selling it, right? But when we were focused on selling this book, I was talking about topics that are on the inside of this book. I was teaching concepts that was on the inside of this book. And real stuff. I didn't make anything up. And as I taught on these things, it caused people, hey, Lashana, it caused people to want to purchase the book. So, for example, right now we have a 3-day TikTok for Business challenge that starts on Monday, September 12th, right? And so, listen, my job is if I want to serve the thousands of people we always serve, my job is to go, okay, there's a book by Stephen Covey called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right? And one of my favorite chapters in that book is Begin with the End in Mind. How do you know it's my favorite? Well, because inside of my book, Before You Quit Your Job, chapter 1 is Begin with the End in Mind. Begin with the end in mind is chapter 1. I give him credit and all the things inside the book. So I don't like his mind. No, I give him credit, right? And so because our goal is to serve thousands of people in our 3-day challenge, then my job is to go, okay, when I'm creating a piece of content, when I am going live and I'm trying to talk to my target audience, what is it that I could teach them? How is it that I can serve them? Not how can I sell them? Not how I can bait them. It's how can I serve them? that gives them something that they can do, that gives them a resource, tips, all these different things, right? And then give them an invitation to come and join the challenge. That's my job, right? Here's the goal, but my job is to look at the goal that I have in mind and determine topics of what I could be talking about, right? So I did a funny video today on my way home, and it was just like when I leave the office at 5 o'clock, and remember, I can leave early because I don't have a job, right? Now, that has nothing to do with TikTok, but it does have to do with being an entrepreneur, right? But prior to that, I did another video today that was giving you the latest TikTok updates and the direct messaging and the new feature that's got updated today on TikTok and all of that, right? Hey, Nona. Right. So that specifically about TikTok and the updates positions me as an expert to my audience. Right. And then I gave them an opportunity and said, hey, if you want to come and join us for our 3-day challenge, type the word challenge and I'll send you the details. That's my job, right? So for you, let's see, what is it that you guys do? Let me see. We have Boyd Counseling Services. Let's just talk to that business I just saw pop up, right? Well, from a content creation standpoint, if you are wanting to get more clients, let's say you want to get more clients virtually. Your job is to identify, first of all, what are some things that you can serve your audience with? Like, what are some pain points? What are some of the highest things that people are dealing with? From a people standpoint, majority of the whole world right now is dealing with PTSD. You may not know it's PTSD, and or you are dealing with anxiety, and or you're dealing with depression. And y'all could say, are you diagnosing everybody? Listen, I'm not a therapist. But here's what I know. Every single one of us was told we are going to die for 2 years. Don't go outside. Don't touch your face. Don't breathe. Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Sanitize your hands. Sanitize your face. Don't go to the wedding. Don't go to church. Don't go to work. Sanitize all your groceries before it ever comes in the house. Everybody, the whole world, dealt with that for 2 years. And we had all never, ever dealt with that, right? And I remember when I moved to San Diego, I didn't want to leave the house. And I said, I don't want to leave the house. What's wrong with me? I love therapy and I stay in therapy. I got 2 therapists. That keeps me a good therapist, okay? I keeps me a good therapist. And I called my Christian therapist and I said, hey, let's meet. What is up? And she was just like, we're talking about COVID and all this type of stuff. And was like, well, let's talk to Jesus. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the badge, Brock. And I was just like, Jesus, what's going on? He goes, you're dealing with PTSD and anxiety from being told not to go out the house. And I was like, oh, yeah. And so we dealt with that in the therapy session. That day I went outside for about 45 minutes, came back inside, right? And I did it again and did it again. Now I don't have that fear of going outside anymore because we dealt with anxiety, depression, and we dealt with PTSD, right? And so I'm sharing all that. One, I'm helping somebody with what I'm saying right now. So if you feel like she's talking to me with the thing, just go see a therapist. You're not crazy. The whole world needs a therapist. So go get you one. You're not crazy if you go get one. Go change your life. Okay. All right. But so for those of you guys, so the company that has the counseling services, what you need to be doing is talking and teaching. Right? You could teach about what does PTSD mean? Or if a person has gone through a divorce, a person has gone through a traumatic childhood or whatever, you could be teaching these little topics in your videos. Or you could be teaching this in a blog post. You could be teaching this on a podcast, right? But not only that, listen, if you're like, but I don't know how to come up with the content ideas myself, here is the number one thing you can do right now. After this live stream, not right now. You can literally, I know it's going to sound kind of like, what? Wait. Yes, I had a fear going outside. Here's what you can do. Whatever it is you do, there's somebody on the internet. I'm being ghetto. There's somebody on the internet that does what you do too. If you just go to their page, okay? If you just go to their page, go to their blog, go to their podcast, and look at the topics they're talking about. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, Go and look at what they're talking about and look in the comment section. That one will change your life. Go to the comment section because the comment section are real people asking real questions, saying real things, right? When I want to know what are people saying about TikTok right now, first of all, I'll post something to say, what question do you have? How can I help you? Right? Other times I may go to some of my competitors. I'm not going to steal their content. That's insane. But I will look at the comment section. What questions are people asking? Right? What are people saying? Thank you, Brock. Right? What's happening? And because when you know what people are saying, what they're asking, and you have the answer, you're not going to comment on that person's content. Don't do that. Don't be a douchebag, right? But you've got 20 topics for your next set of contents because you went into the comment section. Does that make sense? So it's really, really, really easy to come up with content ideas, right? It's like today, we were working on all of our podcast topics for September, YouTube topics, and just content creation over the next couple of months. And so what was our audience always asking us? What are they asking us on TikTok? What are they asking our competitors on TikTok? We went to a website called, is it Answer the Republic? Ask the Public? Answer the Public? I think it's called answerthepublic.com. And you can type in TikTok or you can type in counseling or whatever. And it's going to show you the top things people are asking right now. Thank you for the badge. You guys are so sweet about the badge, right? And this is going to give you topics like crazy. Answer the Public. Thank you, Danielle, right? Like it's going to give you all the things you can think of for you to be able to create content. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm running out of content ideas. No, ma'am, no, sir. All you need to do is go to Answer the Public, go to your competitors' pages, go into their comment section. It's all there. It's all there, right? Like, right now, I could probably go to, if I have questions about TikTok, listen, I literally can go to TikTok, right? Their newsroom and see what are they talking about, right? I can go to Instagram, I can go to Twitter, I can even go on Facebook, and I can put the hashtag TikTok to see the top things that come up. Now, if it was a year ago and I put the hashtag TikTok, people would say dancing, goopy trends, right? Now I put the hashtag TikTok, you're going to see marketing and business because thank you for buying a badge because people really see like, oh, snap, we got to be over there with TikTok. So you don't have to be this creative genius. You do not have to be a creative genius. You just have to be resourceful, right? Everything you can think of, listen, we started our YouTube channel recently and, I'm like, okay, this is what I think I should talk about on YouTube. And I said, bump that. Let's go to YouTube and type TikTok. Okay. And when we did a search of the top videos on TikTok, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do a video about that, and that. We didn't watch their videos because we don't want to steal their content, right? We just looked at the titles of their videos and that gave us titles for the next year. Because I know all this stuff. I just needed the titles to pique my brain just to give me the ideas on what I should create videos about. Does that make sense? And that's the same thing you should do. It's the same thing you should do. But the thing is, you just have to be willing to do that. And then you have to be willing to go and do the thing, right? Like, listen, it's 7:00 at night. It's 7:49 at night. I could be chilling. Oh, thanks, girl. I could be chilling. But I said, no, we are in the swing of getting ready to have our 3-day TikTok challenge. I want to come on and talk to my people. And I want to invite y'all to the challenge. I said, but before I ever invite people to a challenge, how can I help them? And I said, what are my people struggling with? They struggling with content ideas. How do I know that? Because y'all tell me all the time. Every time I post something, why aren't you posting on TikTok? I don't know what I should say. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. You have that thought. I'm going to go and serve you and give you the answer. Hey, Tammy. Right. And so tomorrow when we come live and talk about something else, it's not just going to be something I just thought about. It's going to be something y'all have already told me. Well, I don't understand this. Like, should I take my TikToks and post them on Reels? Should I put my Reels on TikTok? Every time y'all see me come out with a new piece of content, that's not something creative I just came up with. That's y'all talking in the comment section. And because you guys are my people, my job is to, how can I help you? Well, if you're asking me a question, I may not be able to answer every single question in the comment section, but I can turn them into videos, right? I can turn them into video topics, right? A lot of times when we have our challenges, we have an agenda for the challenge, but then we also will add in things that everybody is asking, right? So like, well, when we have our challenge every night, there is like it's like a topic or maybe two or three things that we mainly talk about that night. But also because I know that this is happening with everybody on my timeline that day or that week, we will add that into there because it's one of the most popular things, right? So we make sure we add that in there. Hello, Maui. Any y'all know Maui? Maui's my middle child, middle cat. Maui is 9, just really long fingernails. It's like you can hear her on the carpet. I'm like, okay. Anyway, my first time catching me live. Okay, girl, yes, made me excited. Okay, so let's do some Q&A. We got some time. It's 7:51, and I don't have anywhere to be because I'm at home. But let's do some Q&A. If you're on Instagram, I want you to ask in the question mark box. That way we don't lose your question. So like question mark box over here. And then if you are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, you can ask right there in the comment section. Okay, so let's do some Q&A. And then for those of you guys that are interested in our 3-day challenge and you want more information, hey, Turner Leslie. Leslie Turner, I do this every time. I was like, is it Leslie Turner or Turner Leslie? I think it's Turner Leslie. Anyway, if you guys want to join our 3-day challenge, just type the word challenge. Okay. If you type the word challenge, we will send you some information in your DM. Okay. That way I don't have to answer anything tonight. Just type the word challenge and then information will pop into your inbox. And some of you guys are going to say, well, how did you do that? Well, we use a service that's called ManyChat, ManyChat. And that allows you to set up like an automation, right? And so what happens is that once a person types the word challenge, ManyChat sends a message into your DM and just gives you the details about our 3-day challenge. And then you can join us from there if you're interested. Okay. How many lives are you doing? What do you mean? I need to go live multiple places. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm live all the places right now, except for TikTok, because I need a separate phone to go on TikTok. But everywhere that I can be live right now, we are live. Let's see. Questions. What is better to post on Instagram? Reels, stories, photos, or highlights? Let's rank those. Instagram, reels, stories, photos, or highlights. The fourth place would definitely be highlights. Okay. Number 3 would be photos. And then if you're trying to grow your account, then reels would be number 1. If you're trying to engage with the people that already follow you, then stories would be number 1. But in terms of account growth as a whole, if you're trying to grow, then it would be reels, and then stories, and then photos, and then highlights. But one of the things about photos is that you could turn your photos or even tweets into like 3-second videos, because videos are performing extremely well on Instagram right now. So just note that. Do you use a tool to go live at multiple places? So yes, I'm using a tool called StreamYard. And so StreamYard, I just set up Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And when I am hit one button, it's streaming to all those places. And then I have my phone set up for Instagram. Why do you need a second phone to go live on TikTok? Because I'm using my phone right now to go live on Instagram. I missed your Zoom about email building. How can I get the replay? So I don't think that our team has the replay available. But if you want to send an email to assistant@kiandkelly.com, then Adora she can chat with you tomorrow. Let me see. My puppy Chihuahuas have Facebook Reels bonus. How does a Chihuahua go viral? So I can't exactly say how the Chihuahua can go viral, but it's really important to know this as it pertains to viral content. Things go viral because people watch the video, they watch it over and over and over again, and then they share it to people, and then they watch and watch and share and watch and watch and watch and watch. So oftentimes an animal is either doing something spectacular, something funny, something crazy, something relatable, something like that, right? Like my friend Brock, his dog is killing the game. Mila, I think Mila is killing the game on Instagram. Mila is monetized. Mila is making, I think it's about 4 figures a month. 4, 5. Wait, I think Mila's making about 5 figures a month. I can't remember exactly, but I think she's making right around 5 figures a month, right? And it's because she is learning how to talk using those little pad things where it says mom, dad, walk, eat, water, or whatever. But my cats kept going viral on TikTok because I kept doing these funny, goofy things with them in videos, right? So sometimes it's catching your dog doing something, other times they're just so cute. And sometimes it's you using some type of trend that is relatable to what's happening with your dog. But there's a lot of different facets to that. But just know that a video goes viral because people watch it, they watch it all the way through, they watch it again, and then they share it. Okay. And they keep sharing and keep sharing, keep sharing. My thoughts are very cluttered. Do you suggest a tool to organize it all? Oh, a tool to organize it all. Yes. So I don't have this problem anymore, but when I first got started, I put all of my thoughts into the notes in my phone and then I organized them by category. Right. So when I first got on live stream, I was teaching network marketing because I was in a network marketing business. And so I wrote down everything I knew about network marketing and then I put it into little subtopics and that helped me to be organized there. Right. So that's kind of what can help you with that. But I'm sure somebody, I mean, people love that thing called Evernote, and I'm sure there's some other things out there that can help you organize that. I wouldn't say that that's my greatest strength, which is why I have an assistant because I'm like, without an assistant, it's just a massacre. Okay, we're asking any questions about business or TikTok and all that. And then again, if you guys want to join us for our 3-day TikTok for Business challenge, just type the word challenge in the comments and you'll get a message in your DM that gives you a link to the challenge. Okay. How many videos should I post daily to build traction and momentum to my page? So honestly, right now we are encouraging people to post one piece of content a day. Good quality content a day. And one of the reasons we're telling people that is because we want you to be consistent with the one, right? We want you to put your energy, time, and creativity in the one piece of really good content. Because a lot of times people aren't consistent with the one and they'll do a bunch at one time and then nothing, right? Deborah, is the training $7? Yes. So the challenge is $7. So let me speak to the $7. So the challenge is going to be me on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, September 12th, 13th, and 14th for an entire hour every single night. Me teaching you the basics of TikTok and then some advanced strategies every single night. In previous times, we have had our challenge and we've done it for free. And what we realized is that if we had 5,000 people show up, only maybe 300 would actually come. And we're like, and then they wouldn't actually do the work because there wasn't any real investment. Not everybody, but there wasn't a real investment. They didn't pay anything. And so when we started charging $7, that's not even a meal at Chick-fil-A, right? That's not even a meal at Chipotle. But anyway, I like Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. But when we started charging $7 for the challenge, we found that the people that actually signed up for the challenge were more serious. More than would actually show up every single night. They would actually do the work in the challenge, and they were the ones having success. Like we tell Dr. Anna's story. She joined us in the last challenge for $7. She did what we said, and in 3 days, she gained 80,000 followers. She paid $7. She did what we said, and she gained 80,000 followers in 3 days. These are not bot followers. These are real people. Real people in 3 days. Okay. So for the link, Ellie, just type the word challenge. So type challenge in the comments and it'll send you a message into your inbox. Right. Same thing happened to Mercedes. $20,000 in 3 days. No, 7 days. Excuse me. $20,000 in 7 days. Why? Because the investment was made. And even though it was a small investment, she still felt like I invested, so I need to show up, right? Like when I have paid somebody for something, I'm going. Oh, we gonna do this because I paid for this. Hey, Tristan Natural. Hey, glad you're here on YouTube. Y'all see what I'm saying? And so it's really important, okay, to understand that. I've had people that say, why wouldn't you do it for free? And I say, well, let me explain. So if a person would want to book a 90-minute strategy session with me, it's $2,500, right? Because I don't just teach TikTok, I teach business, systems, funnels, automation, and TikTok marketing, all that, together. And so in the challenge, you're actually getting 3 hours, right? So if you got 3 hours one-on-one, it'd be right around $5,000, right? But instead of doing that, you join a challenge for $7, you're going to save $4,993. Y'all see what I'm saying? And so like, when people are like curious about like, why do we charge for this or whatever, we just go, I've been around a long time, and I'm teaching you everything I know about business, systems, funnels, automation, making money in your business. Okay. So I know, Deborah, that was not your full question, but I said I'll tell everybody the details of that, right? So it's amazing, it makes me feel, I don't know, I feel like people value it more when they pay $7, and I feel more valued when people pay $7. Does that make sense? Because $7 is not a lot of money, right? But when you're giving and giving and giving of yourself to people for an extended period of time, you're like, it just feels different knowing that people were willing to invest just a little bit, in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a ministry. Yeah. Okay, more questions. We have more time, you guys. Yeah, thanks, Tammy. Monica Wisdom, is TikTok good for promoting podcasts and courses? Yes. So, Monica, the main group of people that I serve is female coaches and course creators. Yeah, it's female coaches and course creators. That's like we don't serve product-based businesses because I don't understand product-based things. I don't understand Shopify, shoppable products. I don't understand none of that right now. But I do know coaching, consulting, and courses. I know it like the back of my hand, right? And so, yes, it is. Deborah, I know you get it, girl. More questions. I'll see more questions. More questions. I'll stay up about maybe 10 more minutes. If you guys got questions, y'all can ask TikTok questions. You can ask business questions. You can ask personal questions. They can't be too personal. But whatever you guys want to know, I'm open. I'm surprised Eddie has not made his way in here yet. Maybe because Eddie is full. Eddie's my 14-year-old cat. He is like, if you in there, I'm in there. But we have a new couch. So I think they really like the new couch. Because like I can't be finding them all the time. And I'm like, where are they? And all 3 of them are on the couch. And I'm like, when did y'all all start getting along? Once I brought that couch home. Assistant@kiakelly.com is my assistant's email. How can I sell my online courses on TikTok? So it's really important to understand this, right? So when you're on social media, how I look at social media is I'm not trying to sell my course on Instagram, on TikTok, right? I am actually selling me as the course creator, as the coach, right? And I am making you want to work with me, right? That's what I'm trying to do. What's up, Belinsky, right? So I'm selling me as the expert, yada, 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 right? And so then I am trying to drive you to my community, right? And so to my email list. So I create something that is of high value for you, absolutely free, right? And I give it to you for free. And once I give it to you, now you're in my community. Now you're on my email list. I'm not going to try to sell you to death or anything, but I'm going to make an offer to you at some point on my email list, right? And you may still say no to it, and that's okay. But I keep serving you with the content that I send in my business emails, right? And then when we open up our course, it's like right now we have about 20,000 people on our email list, right? And when our course opens up, which is called Monetize the Talk, the first people, y'all stay on for this one, you're going to be like, what? The first people that know the course is open are those on our email list. Now, here's what I need y'all to understand. Listen to me. Listen. We just had a launch of our course, Monetize the Talk, in May. And we have focused on serving our audience and driving into our email list and then serving them when they're inside of our community, right? That's been our focus. We do run ads on Facebook and Instagram. We do organic marketing and all the type of stuff during our launches. Listen, this last launch in May, we tracked everything. There was a tracking link on the podcast, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. There was a tracking link everywhere. So we knew exactly where people were coming from when they purchased my course, Monetize the Talk. We made right around $100,000 in 12 days. But listen to this. When we tracked the results, 85% of the people that purchased came from our email list. Okay? 85% of the people that purchased was from our email list. That told us that we are doing the right things by serving on social, creating community through our email list, and then we continue to serve them, and then we make the offer at some point. Does that make sense? So one of the best things you can do is be an expert on social, and then pull them to your community on email, continue to serve them, and then you can make an offer. That, I'm telling you from my own results in May. $100,000 in 12 days. $85,000 of that was from our email list. Okay, so if you're going to use social media for anything, TikTok for anything, you have to use it as a lead generator, right? Not as the end all be all. Instagram is going to change. TikTok is going to change. All of them are going to change. It's the nature of marketing. But if you are focusing your attention on getting people into your community on social, off of social media on your email, into your personal community, and then making the offer, when social media changes, you're not having issues. Does that make sense? So that's what I would say to that question. I'm a new author looking to market my book. Is TikTok a good platform? Yes. So listen, you guys can see that my books are on display behind me. The reason my books are on display behind me is because of TikTok. Back in 2020, I did I think it was like a 7-second video. It wasn't intentionally 7 seconds by any means. I said something on screen. I showed my book for like 1.5 seconds. The video went crazy viral, and my book started selling like crazy on Amazon, on Kindle, Audible, everywhere. And I said, oh my God. And then it hit me, product placement. Place your books behind you like product placement. So that when I'm doing a live stream on TikTok, so that when I'm doing anything anywhere, so that when I am recording a TikTok video and I'm standing up recording, they can still see the book behind me. People can buy it. People buy my book all the time on TikTok because the link is in my bio. It has where they can buy my book there. And then sometimes I show it in my videos. Other times I talk about it in my videos. So the answer is yes. Okay, I can do 5 more minutes. Let's see. Questions. Hold on, let's see. Is Facebook still a valuable platform? Absolutely. Like Facebook is still the grandfather of all social medias. So absolutely, it still is. What is the length of your coaching class offer to teach how to create an online class? What is the length of your coaching class offered? I don't think I have a class teaching how to create an online class. Is that what you're asking, Tiffany? Speaking of Audible, did you do your own voice? Yes, I did. I had a good time creating my voice on my audiobook on Audible. It's definitely my voice. It's hilarious. What is a tracking link? So a tracking link is basically it's like Google Analytics in a sense for each site. So for example, if y'all join us for our TikTok for Business Challenge, there's a link, right? And that link, if you're here on Instagram and you click and you join the challenge, it tells us, hey, Monica joined the challenge from Instagram, right? If you're here on YouTube and you say, hey, I'm gonna join the challenge, you click and you use the link, it tells us, hey, Trish joined the challenge from YouTube. Right. And listen, the reason why that is so important is because you want to know what's working well and what's working not so well. So the thing that's not working so well, if you're putting so much time and energy into it and it's not really working, but this thing over here is working really, really well, you put more fuel to the fire on that and less on this because ain't nobody doing anything over there. Does that make sense? Most of my videos have the jewelry that I sell in the background. Oh, that's good. And also make sure you wear the jewelry in your videos. Any more questions? Let me see. Oh, I saw some on my Instagram. Let's see. Yes, I'd like to create an online class for my clients teaching them how to use video marketing, and I'd like to know the length of that coaching class. So it just depends. You can first start that out by doing a webinar, right? Before I had my course Monetize the Top, excuse me, got a burp. Hold on, let me get some water. Before I had my digital course Monetize the Top, I had a webinar that was called, what's the thing called? The Basics of TikTok. And I taught that many times, and I was able to determine people like this part and this part. They hate this part. They like this part. And then I did it again and again and again, and then I knew what I should put inside of my course. So I would start it off first with a webinar so you can test it. Because otherwise, if you create this full detailed course and do all these things, then that would be terrible, and then nobody buy. Okay. The link that was sent to me was the 1-day business waiting list. There's no $7, 3 days. Okay. So, all right. So let's see here. Just in case. All right. So that's the link here on Instagram, but also there's a link in my bio. So if you're here on Instagram and like you're getting the wrong link sent to you, then you can literally go to the link in my bio. But I'll have our team check on that because I don't know why it's doing that. But it's not perfect because it's ManyChat, but we'll fix it. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go for tonight. I'm gonna go and check and see why that link is doing that. But if you guys want to join us for the challenge, again, just type the word challenge in the comments and we will send you over a link to the challenge. Also, you can send me a DM with the word challenge and I'll send you that as well. Plus, the link is in my bio. Okay. I'll post it here again on StreamYard if you guys want to join that. And I will probably be back here again tomorrow answering any kind of questions you guys have. And then I'll also have this video reposted so y'all can rewatch it. Okay. All right, guys. I hope y'all have a fantastic evening. I'll see y'all later. Bye.